Yo, can anyone hear me out there? All right, so you guys can hear me? All right, and let me know when you can see my screen. All right, so you can hear me and you can see my screen, and it's not messing up like it was yesterday, right?
Yo,
Yo, all right, just give me a second to get started once this thing stops doing whatever it's doing. You gotta be kidding me. It's not going to live session. Trading View wants to mess up. You know what? All right, give me like 1 minute. All right, just bear with me. I'm trying to get back inside the charts. I don't know. It's like this doesn't want to work. I already know what I want to talk about anyway. I just need to get this chart to show. All right, I'm not gonna mess with Trading View. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna use some different. So we got up here. All right, so everyone can see my screen now, right? One more time. I'm thinking you can because I can see it on my phone. All right, so especially this 4 hour chart, we'll look at a couple of JPY pairs because um I was looking to get into these pairs. I mean, I got into it on the swing account, but I didn't get the chance to give you guys a signal because I didn't think it was going to drop like this early. Um, this is AUDJPY. You know, it was hanging around the high up here this morning, but as you can remember, we were in USDJPY, and USDJPY went up to the high and it broke. It broke and extended by like 50 pips. Now, like I said before, these pairs kind of move alike, so I was expecting AUDJPY to do the same thing. I was expecting it to break the high and extend up before it came back down, but it hung around the high, and then I believe some news came out about 10 o'clock, and this thing just dropped heavy. So I wasn't able to give a signal on this, and this is one of the trades that I wanted to get into this week. I don't know if you guys remember me speaking about it, but I was waiting for, pretty much all the JPY pairs so we could have got in them. But not a big deal. I want to see what happens when it comes back to retest. All right. Um, let's look at USD JPY real quick because we did take that trade. We took that trade last night and we got stopped out on that. I'm gonna explain something with this. Um, First of all, when it comes to trading, you got to know we're not gonna win every single trade. All right. Um, that's why I use proper risk management. But the reason why I did call this trade is because 4 hour chart. When this made the M setup and drop, I was expecting price to come back up to retest and then continue down. If you look right here, this is pretty much the high area right here. Our stop loss was about, where was it? 425, I believe. Somewhere right here. But it ended up breaking, went up to 104.60, and then it dropped like 100 pips in like the past hour. So some of these things, sometimes it just happens like this, all right? You look at all the JPY pairs, they all look the same. Everything like matched up. Only thing was USD has just been strong for the past like 2 weeks, and it went up and then broke the high before it dropped. All right, cool. We lost that trade. Move on to the next one. Um, so let's see what else we got here. Euro JPY. Euro JPY, it took off before any of the other ones did. All right, I didn't even get a good enough retracement to even attempt to get into this trade. Hold on, it's 4 hour chart. What it actually, yeah, it took off before the rest of them did. But when was this? This was it's like last week, I believe, beginning of this week. Yeah, so Euro JPY wasn't even a trade that we would have got into, but we definitely AUD JPY and USD JPY definitely would have took those. But like I said, they already took off, so all we're doing is waiting on a retracement. And if you look at, let me bring another template up. I'm gonna show you something with AUD JPY because we might have a move for this soon. All right, if you look at AUD JPY, I have my chart set up where it shows the ADR high, ADR low. All right. So pretty much once price comes down in this ADR low area, if it's a big drop like this, then you can expect price to come back up and, you know, move up a little bit and retrace. So what I'm waiting for now is to see if this is going to come down here. Let's see right here, this area down here. I'm going to see if this wants to hold as a support area. See if it comes down here, throws a little W before it comes back up. And you should be able to grab some pips out of that. Now, another thing that can happen is it could come up, retrace, come back down and break. All right. So that's my play. My play on AUD USD JPY still, I believe it still has room to come down. Let me see. Hold on a second. Same situation. ADR low was hit. So yeah, if I see these pairs throw W's and I'm looking to buy and I'm riding back up just a little bit, um, that's probably going to be London session. With this pair, it might even be New York session. All right. So those are some of the things I'm looking at, and I was looking at Euro AUD. Euro AUD just took off out of nowhere this morning. I mean, this evening also. But another thing I am looking at is these GBP pairs. Now, you guys have to be careful with these pairs. Let's look at a couple of them real quick. Now, let's find GJ real quick. All right, so you remember the big move that happened last Thursday. Now, I'm expecting, all right, big move happened. We've seen GBP pairs drop, what was it, yesterday? Or the day, I think it was yesterday, they dropped a couple hundred pips each. You know, I wasn't really looking to get into them yet. I really don't know what they want to do, but I do have some plans where I'm gonna, we're gonna set up some pending orders a little bit underneath these lows that was created um last week. Let's see, 24, 34. So pretty much, if these lows get broken, there's really no support down there at all. You know, like when it hit here, or was it up in this area up here? There's no support. That's why the price just when it tanked, it just went. So we will be sending some pending orders on a few GBP pairs. Right now, I'm not really worried about it. They still need to come down a little bit more. Um, don't feel like you're missing anything because all reports are saying GBP pairs are not done dropping. All right. Now these are going to be some big moves and pretty much going to have a stop loss, but pretty much no take profit or a big take profit. Just waiting for them to break these lows. That's GU. It looks like they're heading down there. You can see it's clearly in a downtrend. What's we got here? GA. These are going to be huge moves for us. You know what I mean? If we can at least, I plan on getting at least 4 of them, and you could probably grab at least 100 pips out of each minimum. Like once they break, it's just gonna fall. I mean, then 100 pips won't be nothing for a move like this. I mean, that can happen in the night. And GCAD, what we got? And actually, there's some of them like this one right here, GA, and possibly GCAD. Um, if I do get a clear setup on it, then I might even ride it back down a little bit to the low if it shows me that it's definitely going down there. But you're looking at like GJ was actually not too far from the low, so I wouldn't even touch that until it breaks. Um, yeah, because GA was like 300 pips from the low, and this one's about 300 pips also. So let's see. Got some support areas. I mean, some resistant areas up here. 6182, 6207. All right. Let's look at these during London session. We'll look at that during London when I get up for London. Let's look at GA real quick again on a 15-minute chart. And um, 4-hour chart, where we at? All right. All right. So what's that? 6172, 6109. All right. We might have some plays on these tonight. Honestly, we might. We gotta be careful with these pairs though. I don't want to give you guys these GBP pairs, and they haven't really decided which way they want to go. So let's see. You know, if we are going to take them, we definitely got to use small lot sizes on these, and we're not going to have a big stop loss. Just depends where we get in at. So GA, GCAD. Okay. All right, so I'm looking at GA and GCAD for London session. I'm looking for retracement on AJ and possibly UJ. So London session, you know, I'll probably get about 230, and I'm going to see what the pairs are doing. If we do get that nice retracement, or they do throw us a W setups that we're looking for, then we would turn around and trade those pairs. I'm trying to see what else is up here. Let's look at USD CAD. What's it doing? USD CAD resistance area up there. 3294, 3286. I have it set up on USD CAD also. Let's see how that looks London or going into New York session. All right, so pretty much just stay tuned to the Telegram, stay tuned to the group. So got AUD USD. Might have some potential setups. If we do take multiple trades, you guys have to make sure you're using small lot sizes. All right. If you have a $100 account, it shouldn't be no more than 2 cents, 1 to 2 cents, especially if you're taking multiple trades. You know, and for every $100 that's in your account, you know, just 2 cents for every $100. You All right, well, that's pretty much it. You know, just stay tuned. Um, make sure, you know, if you guys are not going to stay up for London, at least get up about 3:30 and check for any signals that would be thrown out, and just go from there. So got this. So got Euro AUD one more time. This is a trade I want to get in. Definitely, if we see pullback on this pair, we're definitely gonna jump in this. But I don't know. Let's see. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. If you have any questions, post them in the group, or you can inbox me.